Hey guys, I'm trying a new editing software, but it should still have the same startup thing and the same ending thing. Just new recording software is not a whole different one thing, but basically I'm trying something new, where basically all I do is just like rate stuff, just because for my stupid little Let's Plays I do. They get old, honestly. Like, okay, well, no, they're fun to do still, but I find it more fun overall to kind of like just keeps things fresh, just keep moving from one thing to the next. But I'll still do Let's Plays things. Sorry, I have my freaking little thing here, and it's distracting to see me also. But so it's fun to do them still. I'll still do them, but I'm gonna put these in here every once in a while because I find just doing new things for fun, honestly. But I'm still gonna do them. And I'm honestly using my freaking camera microphone right now, so it's probably gonna be shit. It's probably gonna be terrible. And I apologize for that, just because I think it'll look weird with me sitting here doing this, with freaking wearing this. It's just gonna look a little weird. I don't have preference. But alright, so yeah. So today I'm just gonna do the little Friday the 13th series because I'm obsessed with them. So they're my favorite movie series. If you know me in real life, you know that I'm obsessed with Friday the 13th. They're awesome. And just letting you guys know my opinion. You guys can have your own opinion. If you want to let me know, leave them in the comments. I'm happy to check them out. But take these two with a grain of salt. Don't sit there and get mad if I put yours up at the top thinking they're the worst. So, okay, so I'm doing all 12 of them. I'm counting Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason. I'm just counting any movies with Jason Voorhees in it. So, basically, 12 to 10, I guess. Okay, 12, 11 are absolutely the worst of worst. Then I'm gonna say about like 10 to, let's say, 7 are bad, but they're not absolutely the worst. Then 6 to 4 here, they're pretty good, and 3 to 1, those are gonna be the best. Yeah. So my first one, you'll even see I freaking have a little Jason poster right there. You don't see it all just because I have a piece of wood right here. It's part of my desk, obviously. But, so, my top 12, my least favorite Friday the 13th is Friday the 13th Part 9. It was just stupid that they left off Part 8 with spoilers, actually. Spoilers up ahead, okay? But they left, after Part 8, Jason as like a little kid sitting there crying in the sewers, but they have nothing to explain for that. They don't have anything to why he's back to being the psychotic killer or anything. He looks cool in it. I have to say that he looks badass, but you don't even see him for most of the movie. So that's my thing. He can possess people now. Where the hell does this come from? And I have to say, I think that is bullshit. I think that's dumb as hell. So that one's absolutely the worst. Then number 11 is Jason X. I'm not a fan of just like future movies. I'm not a fan of those. And the Jason at the beginning part of it looked, he wasn't that bad. Then I thought he looked just stupid after he got like the freaking robotic body, and he looked. I wasn't a fan of that. But the kills in it are okay, and it was also dumb that they were trying to like slide in these little jokes every once in a while, like he only wants he just wanted his machete guys. Just like, no. I thought it was very dumb. Then number 10, Friday the 13th Part 5. It was a good movie, actually. I enjoyed it, but it was a really mood killer for it to, for no Jason. It was still fairly good. The kills were not that good, honestly. They're pretty lame. But overall, I actually did like it, but it would probably be like I'll watch it like maybe once every 5-6 months thing. I'd probably switch these. I hate the next one so much, and this is honestly was gonna be my freaking like number 12, and people are gonna be annoyed about that because people love this one for some reason. I hated it so much, but so part 9, number 9, I mean, is Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. It ruined it for me with that telekinesis bitch. That was dumb. They did not, one, explain why she had it. It's just basically the only thing about it is that she somehow killed her father with it. She killed her father even though she was just like, the guy was like maybe freaking 4 steps into the water. Somehow he dies. Even though, you know, but whatever. The only reason why I did not put it on number 12 is because I think it's the coolest looking Jason by far. The Jason is badass looking. But it like 20 minutes into the film, 20-30 minutes, I already wanted it to be over because I was not a fan of the Jason in it. It was like, no, Jason was cool. I mean, the chick. It was down by my preference. Then number 8 is Freddy vs. Jason. I liked it, but I just didn't at the same time. Like, one, there was no unmasking thing. That was like just like tradition now within the Friday the 13th. Like, it's stupid that Part 9 never did it, Jason X never did it, Freddy vs. Jason never did it. And then they released a picture afterwards of what Jason would look like, because they did unmask him, but it never made the final cut, I guess. And he looked stupid. If I can find the picture, I'll just put it up, but it is so dumb looking. Like, literally, like, Part 2 Jason looked so much better. And, like, the Jason in it, he, like, when he's masked and all that, he looks pretty cool, I guess. He looks okay. Freddy, he was pretty nice, but I did not like the characters in it. The kills in it were okay. The storyline is pretty good, it's fine. But it was just kind of dumb, like the ending with Freddy Krueger just sitting there winking at him, just like being like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm still alive." I did not like that. I just thought it was really dumb that after that somehow Jason, he only can have enough strength, even though he's immortal, to just kill Freddy, and then instantly he's like, "Oh, too much. Let me just fall asleep now. Let's just pass out." And I thought that was really dumb. And I did not like the characters one bit. I hated that black bitch. Hated the chick that was the main character, and the 2 dudes from the freaking insane asylum. I was not a fan of them. The number 7 is Friday the 13th, the 2009 version. What I hated about it is that they say, like, this one was released in 2009. Obviously, it's more modern because the Camp Crystal Lake is just destroyed to shit. It is just rubble now, basically. So clearly this, and then Jason looks exactly like how he did in Part 2, really. He was, not even looking that bad, actually. He did not look how he did in Part 2, but there was no, you never really got to see him unmasked. He was unmasked, but it's too fucking dark to see. And that was what ruined it. It was, one, too dark. I did not really like tunnels underneath. Like, I understand. Yes, it does make it so there's a little more kind of like a. It's kind of like more realistic. How it's like, oh, that's how it gets around, which I can respect. But then I thought it was just so dumb that he keeps that one chick alive just because, you know, she had the necklace. She got the necklace, so I'm keeping her alive. I thought that was so dumb. Just kill the bitch. Like, honestly, decapitate her. Boom, got a necklace. Put her back. Then I was not a fan of that one actually, at all. Then my number 6 favorite, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. I liked it. Jason looked weird though, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, at least he has an unmasking scene that I have to say is a plus in my book. He looked weird, yes, completely, really weird looking, and I'm sorry, I keep looking at my freaking self right over here. Here, boom. Alright, sorry. I have a little list here, because I cannot remember this shit off my mind at all. But, so, I have to say that I think he looks really dumb unmasked, but at least there is an unmasking scene. And that, I think, is a little plus in my book. But I thought it was dumb that half of the time he was not even in Manhattan. He was on a boat, which, I can get behind. But how come when they got into the frickin' the boat, Jason just leaves him alone until they get to Manhattan. After that, then he's just like, even though the easiest place to take him out is when he's in the raft. Just flip the bitches, then boom. You can get them all. Eventually they'll drown from exhaustion. Well, they did have the life jackets, but eventually they would just go. They'll just tire out. Either you would get them, or like sharks or whatever would get them. I don't know if there were sharks there, but still. The kills in it were they were okay. I would enjoy it more if, like, the blonde bitch, the one that people would enjoy to see her die, if you can see a little more. But I know that the people that rate the movies, like, give them the R rating, it's PG-13 rating, but they were, like, very strict around this time of year, around that time, so I do have to give it a slide on that one a little bit. But it does have one of the coolest kills. My preference is when the guy's just sitting there laying down in the steam room, and then Jason grabs one of those, like, rocks and just freaking shoves it into his chest. I thought that was badass. But this one people are not going to be happy about. I know that people love this one. Okay, my number 5 is Friday the 13th Part 4. I don't know why, I just did not enjoy watching this one as much as I did the rest. For some reason, like, it was still a really good movie. Jason Unmasked, and he was okay, he was pretty good. Well, quite a bit of people have seen this one unmasked just because it's pretty known, just how he looks unmasked. And it's cool, I have to say, but it's not that exciting overall, actually. Like, the kills in it were, And the teenager thing was a little dumb, I thought, but, The kills in it, some of them were pretty good, but some of them were also pretty bad. But the ending was, I can kind of get behind Tommy, like, kind of cutting his hair and make it look like him as a little kid, but, well, obviously it didn't look much like him, but how could he change everything about him? He should basically change his hair. But, like, a plus in my book is basically, like the freaking one kill where the guy that barely just had sex, he goes downstairs to get the corkscrew and all that for some alcohol, and Jason slams the corkscrew on his hand, and then the dude turns around, and Jason slams a meat cleaver in his face, that was an awesome kill. And also, just Jason at the end, when you have the machete in his face, he'll like sink down and his face is still moving. I thought that was really cool. But overall, like, the ending was the only part that I thought was pretty badass. And just a couple of the kills, but overall, it was okay. It was not the best. It wasn't the worst, though. Then number 4, Friday the 13th Part 2. This is the one that officially brought Jason into the film as the killer. And I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I enjoyed that there was actually Jason in it. The jump scares were not as good as the first one. The only jump scare that was really good, well done, was the ending one when the dog comes into the front door, and then the redhead is just like, "Oh, come here," and then Jason jumps through the window. But the thing that sets us back is I totally would fucking love this one. This one's a really good one, but the ending is stupid. Like, it would have been a better ending if right when Jason jumped through the window and just takes her out, then the credits roll. Then that would have been a better place. But no, they had to have her just getting carried away. No explanation of how she lives. They never fixed that in the Suture films. Or what happened to Chad, or whatever his name is. I don't remember his name 100%. But nothing explains it. And that's kind of how I am. I just kind of like... I'm like my dad this way. Like, I think way too much into films, and which ruins it for sometimes, but And number 3 has to be Friday the 13th Part 1, the first one. And it had some really good jump scares. Jason was not the killer, no. But at the end, these were the 2 jump scares that got me really good, because at this time, when I watched this one, this was like the first horror movie I watched in years and years. Yeah, so like the last freaking horror movie before this I watched was like Rings or something like that, but and so I haven't watched horror before this in a long time. Like, I was good at with horror games, horror movies, no. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this just because I was really freaking bored at like 4 in the morning. So that probably wasn't the best time to do it, but it did make it creepier, I have to say. So the 2 jump scares that got me really good was when I forgot the actor, Kevin Bacon, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Kevin Bacon. Yes, when he is sitting, just sitting there in the bed after having sex, basically. Then Pamela, if you don't know, she is the killer, so if she's under the bed, and then she just just covers up his mouth and then shoves the freaking blade through his neck. And also the gore in this one and Part 4, really good, amazing. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed watching it, and also it made so many different series after that. And yeah. But so number 2, Friday the 13th Part 6. This is actually the one I probably enjoyed watching the most, but I have to say this is not my favorite, my all-time favorite. Because what ruined it for me was, one, they don't really have the anymore. They just have freaking they have it, but it's not the original. The one that was in there for 1 through 4, and that was actually that was one thing that really did make it really creepy. Just got your heart racing, that you were freaking nervous of what the hell is gonna happen next. I like it how in number 3 and all that, when you found a dead body, it would just go really fast, yeah, spot on. But it would go faster, and they completely kind of removed that, and it was really cool. I really liked that in the older ones, and I hate that they took that away. And also, Jason was just, he was no more camera shy, basically. He'd just be like, show the attention all on me, because just basically, he was on the camera, like, there wasn't really jump scares, because you always fucking knew when he was near a person, really. Or it was fairly obvious, and there really wasn't that many jump scares. But it did bring back Tommy Jarvis, just like how 5 for this one. And this is the Tommy that is in like Friday the 13th, the game. But overall, the beginning, it was a little setback, but I still really liked the movie. How it was just like Tommy, he's like gets all mad just because he sees the body of Jason, and so he's like starts stabbing it. Like, I get that you like, he fucked up your life basically, so you want to freaking let out your anger on the dude, but you did, bro. Clearly is with freaking cobwebs all over him, and just like his whole body's like decayed away basically almost. But then, yeah. So then my all-time favorite is Friday the 13th, Part 3. People do say that this one was pretty lame. It was just a combination of 1 and 2. I can see that. But 1, this is the one that brought in the iconic hockey mask, which I have to say gives a little plus in my book. And also, I kind of liked that Jason wasn't like as much of a kind of like a that he could just walk off everything. I thought it was kind of cool where that chick, when she stabs him in the hand, he actually like gets he actually like feels pain, and he'll like actually react. And just like when I don't remember what happened to his Jason's leg, I completely forgot. And he just when he's chasing her when she's in the car and it sinks through the bridge, he's actually limping, and that I think is kind of nicer, that he actually will show pain, and I liked that. And it still at first had the iconic yeah, well actually key mama, but still like, it has the most iconic like the hockey mask. He didn't look as badass. No, not at all. The unmasking is okay, but even though it is for like straight like 3 seconds, that's about it. And then he puts the mask back on. But this is straight up like the first one I saw a little tiny clip of when I was watching some comedy. It just had 2 dudes watching TV, and just had a little scene from Friday the 13th Part 3 of Jason sitting there standing and right in front of a window, putting his hand up to like hold himself in place. But but overall, I do have to say they're all good movies, except Part 9. Part 9 and Part 7, hated. Those I absolutely hated. Except that they both had cool looking Jasons. That's it. But they did spark up a game, for one, well, multiple games. But so that's my take on the game, on the movies. If you guys have your own preference, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to check them out. So, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.